I kept a journal for 35 years, and this is what happened. I have kept a journal for 35 years, and I want to be honest with you about what that actually means. It does not mean 35 years of sitting down every morning with a cup of tea and writing 3 beautiful pages. It does not mean a perfect habit of a consistent practice or anything that would look impressive in a YouTube thumbnail. It means 35 years of showing up on the page in whatever way I needed at the time. And what I discovered when I look back across all those years surprised me. Stay with me, because what I found may change how you think about your own relationship with the page. I did not start journaling because I was enlightened or disciplined or particularly self-aware. I started because I needed proof. Proof that I was productive, proof that I was doing good things, proof that I was worthy. That is why the first 25 years look like planning and habit tracking. Look, Yolanda, you exercised today. Look, Yolanda, you showed up. Look, Yolanda, you are doing good things. I needed to see it written down because somewhere inside me I did not fully believe it yet. There is nothing wrong with needing proof. That is not weakness. That is a woman doing the best she could with the tools she had at the time. The tool met the moment, and the moment needed that tool. Over 35 years, I have kept a lot of different kinds of journals, and every single one served me in the season I needed it. A planner journal, because I needed to organize my life and see my days laid out in front of me. A habit tracker, because I needed to see evidence of my own consistency, the check marks, the streaks, the visual proof that I was showing up. An affirmations journal, because I was learning to tell myself a different story about who I was. A book writing journal, where I tracked every single word I wrote toward my manuscript. And I did not just track the numbers, I colored and decorated that journal beautifully. Here it is. I made it something I wanted to open, something that celebrated the practice, not just the output. I'm going to show you pictures of it in this video. A money journal, because I needed to write honestly about my relationship with money, not numbers, feelings, what money meant to me, what it meant to my family, where that story came from, and where I wanted it to go. A feeling and thinking journal, what I would call a true journal, what I actually feel, what I actually think. That is where I live now. And one journal I have not fully started yet, but that I am building toward, a commonplace journal, a place to collect the ideas, quotes, lessons, and insights that are forming my own personal curriculum. There are still journals I have not written yet, still seasons ahead. When I was writing my book, I kept that dedicated writing journal, and it changed everything about the process. Every day I recorded my word count. But more than that, I made it beautiful. Colors, decorations, a visual record of every day I showed up for the book. That journal kept me accountable. In a way, a spreadsheet never could, because it was not just data. It was a visual record of my devotion, of a woman taking herself and her work seriously. Somewhere along the way, gradually, without me noticing, the practice began to change. Affirmations came in. Then more powerful habit tracking, then something that felt more real, writing what I actually felt, not just what I accomplished. And only in that last 6 months have I become truly dedicated. 35 years of keeping a journal, and only now, after everything shifted in my life, do I feel fully committed to this practice. I think that is true of a lot of healing tools. You use them before you fully understand what they are doing. You cannot always see the work a tool is doing while you are in the middle of using it. It takes hindsight. And when I looked back, really looked back, what I saw surprised me. The early journals needed to prove something. The recent journals have nothing to prove. My journal now is full of self-worth, self-love, optimism, joy, recording of beautiful things, the small moments I would let pass unnoticed if I had not written them down. When you write something down, You are telling your subconscious, this matters, this is real, this counts. Over 35 years, I told my subconscious thousands of times what mattered, and slowly, without forcing it, my subconscious started looking for more of those things. And speaking of tools that help you access what is already inside you, my Ask Better Questions Create a Better Life workshop is happening June 22nd at 7 p.m. It is a 90-minute guided experience using Exalted Questions, a technique I actually practice in my own journal every day. The link is in the description below. About a year ago, I started something specific alongside my regular journal, a money journal. Not a budget, not a spreadsheet, a journal dedicated entirely to my relationship with money and what I feel about it, what I believe about it, where those beliefs came from, and where I wanted them to go. I simply wrote all the money that came into my life every single day. I wanted to see if it's true that I was blessed. Every single day, my source was taking care of me financially, and I discovered that was true. Every day, money came into my life. And what I discovered about writing about money on the page was that scarcity mindset I carried was not really about money at all. It was about worth. It was about whether I believed I deserved abundance in any form. The money journal cracked that open in a way nothing else had. If you have never written about your relationship with money, I want to invite you to try it. Not numbers, feelings. What does money mean to you? What did it mean in your family? What do you want it to mean in your life? Those questions alone can begin to shift something. I teach Exalted Questions in my workshop, and I practice them in my journal. Every morning I write my Exalted Questions on the page, not as a mantra, not as a repetition, as a genuine question I am asking my subconscious to go find the answer to. Why do I wake up feeling vibrant and alive? Why does my inspired livelihood grow so joyfully? Why does abundance find me from every direction? And then I release them. I do not dig the seed back up to check on it. I trust the process. The journal became the place where I plant those questions, where they live between the asking and the answering, and where I record the tiny synchronicities, the small signs that the subconscious is searching and finding. That combination is honest feelings and thinking on the page, combined with Exalted Questions, is the most powerful version of journaling I have found in 35 years. I am not a journaling expert. I am a woman who showed up on the page in different ways across different seasons, sometimes barely, sometimes more fully, and looked back to find something she did not expect. What I can tell you is this: it matters to write your feelings. Writing is a way of getting your thoughts in order, of making the invisible visible, of telling your subconscious what counts. You do not need to do it perfectly. You do not need a beautiful notebook. You do not need a system that works forever. You just need to start where you are, with what you need right now. If you need to prove your worthiness, prove it on the page. If you need to track your habits, track them. If you need to write what you actually feel, write it. If you need to build a personal curriculum, start your commonplace journal, like I should. The tool meets the moment meets the tool. And if you are ready to start, my free 30-day journaling guide, Feel It to Heal It, is linked in the description below. 30 prompts, completely free, one page at a time. Una página más. I am Yolanda. This is Frog's Little Tale. We are healed hearts in action. And like my Elita used to say, dicho y hecho, said and done. Write your own story. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what kind of journal have you kept, or what do you want to start? I read every single comment. Thank you. Now that you know what 35 years of journaling actually looks like, my next video is going to show you the ancient Mexican ritual that has been secretly healing women and may already be in your home. Watch it right here.